Hello and welcome. My name is Nancy Serurier, and I am Chair of Whitman's Board of Trustees. I welcome you, the class of 2020, to the college's 134th commencement ceremony and the first in virtual form. Let me start by saying that I miss seeing your expectant faces and crazy mortarboards, the smiles of your proud parents and friends, the faculty in their colorful robes, and Walla Walla's lovely springtime flowers. I'm sorry that you were unable to experience the final rites of senior year, and at the same time proud of the steps you took to try to keep everyone safe. Today, we celebrate your achievements, individually as scholars and collectively as a special Whitman class. None of us chose to conduct this celebration facing a computer screen, yet here we are together, sharing the moment that you've been working so hard to achieve, your college graduation. Though physically separated, we convene as the Whitman community, caring, thoughtful, and committed to one another. For this, I am grateful. Class of 2020, I want to thank you for your grit, as well as your goodwill. These qualities served you well this spring and will continue to do so in your lives ahead. The pandemic illustrates that there are many ways we can make the world a better place, and there are no better people to succeed in that effort than Whitties. My gratitude extends beyond you to many others who deserve thanks. To your family and friends who are your biggest fans and have been instrumental in your achievement today. To the Whitman faculty who have challenged you to think and dream, and this spring embraced new ways of teaching to ensure that your education would not fall victim to the virus. To the administration and staff of the college who lead us and keep everything running, with a special shout out to the technology services staff for their round-the-clock support for everyone as the college quickly pivoted to remote instruction. And to alumni and friends who believe passionately in the mission of Whitman College and through their generosity, fund your scholarships and support the college to be the best that it can be, despite and because of the challenges that we face. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Whitman College, congratulations. Please keep connected to each other and the college. You are what makes this community so special. Thank you.
Good morning. As Whitman College's 14th president, it is my honor to open Whitman's 134th commencement ceremony. Congratulations, Whitman class of 2020. Many of us have joked about the class of 2020 being the class with perfect vision. We had no idea just what you would see in the final weeks of your senior year. Your class will certainly feature prominently in the history of the college, in part because of the novel coronavirus COVID-19 that has transformed our lives since early March, but even more so because of the extraordinary resilience, determination, compassion, empathy, and love you have demonstrated throughout your Whitman careers, and especially in these last weeks. I desperately wish we could be together on the front lawn of Memorial Building today. But for now, I'm pleased to share this moment with you to mark the completion of your Whitman degree. I will look forward to a future moment when we can be back together in person to celebrate all of your accomplishments. You have proved yourselves to be extraordinary scholars, artists, campus leaders, athletes, community volunteers, and we will never forget your many contributions to this campus and this community. You are well prepared to be engaged citizens of whatever communities you choose to call home in the future, and we expect you, we need you to go out and make this world a better place. I hope you will find opportunities in the coming weeks to thank the many people who have helped you reach this momentous occasion. Your parents, step-parents, grandparents, siblings, and other family members and friends who supported you throughout this journey. Your faculty who guided you, challenged you, propped you up, nourished you both physically and mentally, and put their hearts, minds, and souls into teaching you. And all the people on the Whitman staff who helped you to flourish in your life beyond the classroom, who understand that student learning is at the core of all that they do, and who do that work exceptionally well. Today's commencement is both an ending and a beginning for you who are members of the class of 2020. It concludes your formal undergraduate education and launches your life as a Whitman alum. You will be invited back to campus to celebrate your 50th reunion with the class of 2070, and I'm certain you will reminisce about the coronavirus pandemic of 2020. I wonder if you will also remember the total solar eclipse in the summer of 2017, Greta Thunberg's climate activism, the Chicago Cubs winning the World Series for the first time since 1908, the never-ending Brexit saga, or the final episode of Game of Thrones. It's unlikely that I will be able to join you for that special celebration in 2070, but I encourage you to return often to your alma mater, the nurturing mother of your transformative undergraduate experience, whether it's a reunion year or not. You have formed special bonds with your classmates, crossing Isaacs without needing to look for traffic while it was under construction during your first year, and sharing the loss of waffles and whipped cream at Prentice weekend brunches, along with the opening of a fabulous new dining hall with wood-fired pizzas and sushi. Who can forget trying to hold each other up while crossing campus during that really icy winter when we were forced to cancel classes multiple times? And I know you will never forget actually holding each other up as community during memorial services for Josh Fishman and Kyle Martz. You will reconnect during unexpected encounters around the globe in some of the 34 states and 13 countries that you call home. And you will rekindle special bonds when you return for your reunions back here in Walla Walla. You will always be Whitties, able to share memories whether you graduated yesterday or many years ago. Everyone who speaks at commencement ceremonies feels obliged to give the graduates some sort of charge, advice as you move into the next great adventure in your lives, and I'm no exception. But this year is certainly an exception, and the messages I have shared in the past do not seem entirely appropriate. I turned to Whitman's history to try to find words that would hold meaning at this particular moment in time. The class that graduated from Whitman 100 years ago, in 1920, lived through the so-called Spanish flu epidemic of 1918 and 1919. President Stephen B. L. Penrose wrote in his 1919 annual report, "The epidemic of Spanish influenza tried severely the health and spirit of the institution, but we emerged from the trial closely knit together." I have watched the class of 2020 come together to support each other, both in Walla Walla and across great distances. In person, with appropriate physical distancing at least most of the time, and virtually. We only make it through challenging times like this with the help of family, friends, entire communities of support, and I urge you to remember this important lesson even as we move beyond this particular moment. As I talk with students new to our campus each fall, I learned that many of them chose Whitman because they sensed an extraordinary bonding of community here. I've loved joining all of you in the work of continuing to build that community throughout your time on campus. We don't always get it right, but that doesn't stop us and should never stop us from continuing the work. We have been and will continue to be deeply impacted by this crisis, but we are Whitman. And at Whitman, it is our strength of community that has always helped us endure. And it is that strength that will help us find our way through this moment and beyond together. You are Whitman strong. You are class of 2020 strong. Congratulations and all best wishes.
Oh, did somebody say my name? What's that? You want a speech? A little graduation speech? Oh, I'll give you a graduation speech. Here we are after all these years, and by here I mean my summer home, which is what I call my parents' house. It is such an honor to be chosen as senior speaker. I know I was only picked because I'm the prettiest and most popular girl at Whitman, but still, it means a lot. You know, they came to me and said, "Maud, we're going to do graduation a little differently this year." And I said, "Great." It was getting a little stale. And then they said, "Yeah, so we're going to have it online, and there's gonna be a pandemic going on also. And I was like, okay, kind of like the old way of doing things, but I'll give this a shot. We have worked so hard for today, and alongside us are the people who made this possible. Our beautiful families who gave us a foundation from which we could grow, the incredible staff at Whitman who enriched our lives in so many ways, and of course, our amazing professors. In the past few weeks, they've pushed themselves in ways they never imagined by learning how to use a computer. No, really, professors, your patience, wisdom, kindness, along with the work you gave us to do, is really what made this whole experience college. All right, enough of that. Back to us. Look, I know our graduation doesn't look the way we thought it would, but it's still a day to celebrate. We've been waiting for today for such a long time. And I think we, the class of 2020, have been pretty good sports about this whole situation. In fact, we might even be overdue for a little bit of whining. So let's celebrate today because we deserve it. Let's whine tomorrow, or whine tomorrow. And the next day, I don't know. Ever since classes ended, I've had this uh-oh feeling. Maybe less uh-oh and more, oh God. When I think about the future, I feel nervous, confused, and scared. We've been students basically our entire lives, and now we're heading off into the great unknown. And our unknown is really unknown. I mean, I can only read the news for 3 minutes before I have to put it away, because mod no likey. I don't think it's dramatic to say things look bleak. We're graduating into the worst job market since the 1930s. There's about to be a new Great Depression in town. Only this time, they'll be talking about me. Not to mention climate change, which makes me want to scream, but which some people don't even believe is real. And the politicians, well, let's just say they never asked my advice. Plus, if you're single right now, who knows if you'll ever find someone. We're really up against it. And it feels like a lot of people expect us, the young and hot, to have the answer. They say young people are the hope, the future, the ones who can fix our problems. It's like, hey man, whatever happened to good old-fashioned just chilling out? Besides, in the midst of all this, we're still trying to figure out how to pay the bills, how to be happy, how to do things that feel meaningful. And now I've gone back to this childlike state. I mean, now I'm back to my mom cooking all my meals and tucking me in every night. Thanks, Mommy. So I'm wondering, how am I supposed to build a life out of this? And that's when I remember what the school told me to do. Wrap up your speech on a hopeful note. Because you know what? We've already practiced making a life for ourselves at Whitman. We had to pick the classes, the major, the extracurriculars that would have the most meaning for us. And if we tried something and realized it was lame, we'd do something different. That's why I quit the mycology club. I'll buy my mushrooms at the store, thanks. We've learned so much from our experiences already. Sure, going forward, the path will be less clear. The stakes will be higher. There will be a coronavirus floating through the air. But we're a pretty resilient group. We're scrappy. We might get down, but we're never down for long. Or if we are, it's because we like lying down. We're just taking a nap. Thank you for sharing these past 4 years with me. I learned a lot from my professors, but I've learned even more from all of you. You guys are a lot nicer than I am, and you're better at sports. I wish we could all be together today to celebrate, but hey, you guys are welcome at my parents' house anytime. So let's go out there, class of 2020, and let's rock this.
Good morning, and thank you to all those who've helped us gather here in this unique circumstance. And congratulations to the class of 2020. You have reached an amazing milestone in your life. There's so much to say, and nothing I can really say to make this better. So I'm not going to try. I just want to say right up front that this is shitty, and I'm sorry. And I want to say thank you for asking me to speak to you today. It's an incredible honor, one that has touched me more than you can possibly know. See, I think the unique thing about this moment for all of you is that your disappointment, your uncertainty, your fear are all laid bare. You will forever be that generation, the one who came out of college into a murky, confusing, historically ambiguous moment. A moment, ironically, that is occurring in 2020, when everything was supposed to come into focus, to be clearer. A moment where, frankly, no one really knows what to do. It seems the adults surely do not. For me, when I graduated, I felt a lot of those feelings, but I felt them alone or with a small group of friends, not alongside the whole world. And for me, if I'm honest, I mostly felt those feelings privately. I was terrified, but I wasn't supposed to be terrified. I had accomplished so much. I was on the path to make a difference. I was the future. But I didn't even really understand what that meant or how I was supposed to actually do any of that. I had always excelled. I was a good kid. I was an earnest mix of doing the right thing because I was supposed to and because I wanted to. I worked really hard and I played by the rules. In many ways, exiting school was my worst nightmare. I was suddenly being stripped of the rules and the criteria for knowing if I was doing a good job. And I struggled for that reason. Sometimes it felt unbearable. Eventually, I realized that what I really wanted to do with my life was help other people build the skills to not have to feel so lost when they were finding their way. For me, education is the medium for helping build those skills. Design became the method. But more on that later. I want to get back to this moment and what it means for me personally that you asked me here. I think it might help illuminate some important things about what you are experiencing. The truth is that until literally right around the time that I received the email from President Murray asking me to speak, I was in a pretty long, low streak. The people closest to me knew this, but if you asked my colleagues, if you looked at my LinkedIn or my website or my social media threads, you would have had no idea. You would have probably thought, this woman has it made. What was visible from the outside is that I had built a career from founding a small experimental school in Walla Walla to helping scale an education nonprofit in San Francisco to become a national organization, to working in the Global Center of Design at Stanford University. We call it the D School. I then launched a maker education program in Dallas, Texas that reached hundreds of schools and thousands of students. And I built an independent consulting career that brought me all over the country and most recently to work with educators in East Africa. She travels the world, you might think. She works for herself. She's making a difference. She's living the dream. And in many ways, I was. But I was also terrified. And I was sad. Not the same kind of terrified as when I graduated. This time, I had confidence in what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. But my partner and I had just moved to the third city in 5 years. I'd quit 3 jobs in the same span of time in order to support her career. The inside view looked a lot like eating takeout at midnight in a hotel room before waking up at 6 a.m. in a different time zone. It felt like being too tired to connect often enough with the people who mattered most to me. Even though I knew I was making a positive difference, things were not where I thought I would be at this point in my life. And I wasn't sure how to get to the place I wanted to be. I was very uncertain, and it was a very ambiguous time. But the difference for me in this stage of my career was that I had some tools, some mindsets that I didn't have before. I practice a creative problem-solving methodology called human-centered design. Sometimes people call it design thinking. And one of the core competencies of those who practice this form of design is the ability to navigate ambiguity. Inherent in any problem-solving process where you're questioning the status quo and looking for innovative solutions is the need to navigate ambiguity. We are searching for answers, we are exploring problems, but without an agenda. This is where we discover what is possible, not just a remix of what has already been done. A metaphor I like to use when I'm teaching is this. Imagine you are standing at the edge of a dark forest with a path stretched out before you into the darkness. At the other end of the forest is the potential opportunity, but in order to get there, you have to navigate through an ambiguous and scary environment. Most people won't just wander right into the woods in the dark, but there's a tool that can help, a flashlight. The flashlight won't illuminate the whole path, but it will help you move forward with confidence just enough. And as we know from our experiences with using flashlights, once you move forward just a bit, you illuminate a little more of the path. In this scenario, the flashlight is the tools and mindsets of design. These tools and mindsets can liberate people to think, work, and behave differently. And what we need in order to address the extreme inequities in our society and solve those extremely complex problems we are facing as a species is exactly that. People who think, work, and behave differently. This is especially powerful when combined with the kind of liberal arts education you have received here at Whitman. And these tools and mindsets are incredibly helpful in navigating the uncertainty of this life. The truth is, even if you think you have your path figured out, it's likely that you will encounter unexpected circumstances along the way. That just happened to have happened for all of you all at once. I want to share a couple of those tools and mindsets that I think might be helpful. The first is to try and get yourself out of problem-solving mode and into problem-finding mode. When we're in problem-solving mode, we're often looking for one solution. One thing we did a lot at the D School when we worked with groups was we put up a picture of a girl on a chair pushed up against a bookshelf. She is stretching and stretching to reach a book on the top shelf. And we ask people, what does she need? And often they say, a ladder. That's the obvious answer, especially when you're looking for just one answer. For most of us, the most obvious single solution is the one that's right in front of us. But if you push yourself out of problem-solving mode and into problem-finding mode, the scenario for the girl looks a bit different. If you ask yourself, what does she really need? And why does she need it? You start to open up the problem and create more opportunities to solve the problem in different ways. Don't just accept that she needs to reach higher and solve that one problem. Look for the deeper why. If you ask yourself, what does she need? And the answer is knowledge, you've gotten to the heart of her problem. And now you can explore all the many ways to help her get knowledge. The first step, in other words, is entertaining the possibility of more than one solution. So try in this time to get out of problem-solving mode and into problem-finding mode, both for society, what do we need and why? And for yourself, what do I need and why? The deeper you dig, the more innovation potential you will create. In that most recent low time I was talking about, I tried really hard to get out of problem-solving mode for myself. What do I need? A job. And I tried to dig deeper. I need a job because I need to make a living. I need a job because I want to make a difference. Those are more obvious. I need a job because I need a community. I need a sense of belonging. Those were interesting problems with lots of solutions. The second I want to share with you is really a mindset. Sometimes we express this mindset as yes and. We borrow this from improv, and there are really two principles here: to work collaboratively to make your partner look and feel good, and to accept all offers in order to get traction and gain momentum. In an improv sketch, if I decline an offer, the scene goes nowhere. We make nothing. Saying yes opens doors, builds relationships, builds momentum, and is energizing. By being open to things that aren't exactly perfect and are not exactly what you had thought, you will create the path forward. Not everything you say yes to will be the right thing or even work out, but it will help you put you in a position to find that right thing eventually. When I look back at my career, that is the unifying theme. I said yes. And while it wasn't always clear in the moment, that place I'm in now is the direct result of saying about 12 yeses in about as many years. The other side of this is being generous. Say yes to helping others. The more you help, the more help will come back to you in other opportunities. Sometimes that generosity won't be matched by others, and that can be disappointing, but it's always worthwhile. The third thing I want to share is really a tool and a mindset. Reflection is critical. The difference between a failure and an experiment is reflection. Every experience we have, good or bad, is an asset that shapes our next move, and reflection helps us solidify that learning. I knew I needed a sense of belonging for my work because I'd reflected on my path. When did I feel energized and motivated? When did I feel demoralized? Reflection turned those experiences into assets, into criteria for my future decisions. And the final thing I want to share is not really a tool or a mindset. It's more of a way of living. Find those people in your life, those who are older with more expertise and life experience, those who are peers who are feeling what you feel right now, and those who are younger and more naive. Find those people who you genuinely connect with and gather them close to you. Tend to them, and they will be there for you when you need them. I hope that some of these tools and mindsets might give you some comfort or hope in these ambiguous times. And I hope they help when you face ambiguity in other times in your life as well. They have definitely helped me. My consulting business is thriving. I have several creative side projects, and I'm now a part of a global design team and have that sense of belonging I was seeking in my professional life. Many of the fruits of my labor and struggle to navigate ambiguity in my lowest times are paying off even in the most implausible of moments. The commencement speaker selection committee had no idea of this context, but my own experience lends itself perfectly to this exact moment. Not because of all that I've accomplished, but rather because of the ways that I've struggled, even very recently. The last thing I want to leave you with is this. Once we start to see that the world around us, its hopes, its problems, have largely been created by people. In other words, they've been designed. The system and all its strengths and flaws is designed. Then you begin to recognize that it can be redesigned. By questioning the status quo, deeply understanding the needs of people, and working to discover problems and not just a single solution, we can begin to undo and redesign the systems that create inequities and injustice. This does not mean disruption for disruption's sake. This does mean improving on the experiences of people in our community. Are the decisions in the system we're participating in this moment, creating the kinds of outcomes we want to create? And if not, what can we do to change it? We have that opportunity. We just need to have the confidence and the tools to seize it. Given that I'm coming to you through this screen and not standing alone at a podium, I want to take this opportunity to highlight some of the amazing witties who are busy redesigning the world through their work and their contributions. I hope to inspire you to commit to redesigning something that needs fixing, whether big or small, personal or professional, as you start down the path before you. Just don't forget your flashlight.
Hi, my name is James, and I'm redesigning our clean energy economy through local, equitable project funding.
My name is Megan, and I'm redesigning prenatal care through providing midwifery care in a group setting.
My name is Maria Flores, and I'm redesigning public education by closing the educational opportunity gap for our students of color.
I'm Eric, and I'm redesigning the elementary classroom experience through a focus on inquiry, empathy, collaboration, and dialogue.
My name is Lee, and I am redesigning the way people care for each other and the more than human world through artful material experiences that spark wonder and inspire gratitude.
My name is Abby, and I want to redesign our approach to climate change.
My name is Alex Zbicki, and I want to redesign access to higher ed for all people.
I'm Lenora, and I'm redesigning how we drink coffee through adopting
Connor, and I want to redesign our social, political, economic structures.
I am redesigning elementary education.
My name is Grant.
My name is George Sophus. I want to redesign sex education. My name is Erin, and I'm redesigning Anna, and I'm redesigning
my name is Brian, and I'm redesigning my carbon and living on a sailboat.
My name's Katie, and I'm redesigning our capacity for creative problem solving through design-based education.
Thank you, and congratulations again.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Whitman College, and with the approval of the faculty and the trustees, I hereby admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Arts and bestow upon you all rights, privileges, and honors universally pertaining to these degrees.
Gyoke Abachi, Psychology. Cynthia Lillian Abrams, Politics, Environmental Studies. Henry William Adams, English.
Hi everyone, it's me, Henry Adams, and I'm just here basically to share a message with everyone, but especially the class of 2020, and that message is congratulations.
Martin Goss Agrimas, Economics, Environmental Studies.
Thank you to my family for getting here, my friends for making it special, and my professors for challenging me.
Omar A. Aldachle, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Evan A. Alexi, Economics. Morena Allen Lewis, Sociology. Agnès Jacquier Ames, Anthropology. Colin Anderson, Economics. Declan Michael Andrews, Physics, Pre-Engineering. Alyssa May Antilla, Psychology. Haidar S. Anwar Ali, Economics. Samuel Christopher Armstrong, Biology, Environmental Studies. Stuart William Ashford, Politics. Jacob Edward Astfalk, Mathematics, Physics. Jaden Joseph Bachtold, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology.
Whoa, didn't see you there. Hey, I just wanted to say thank you to all of my family, friends, teachers, and mentors who helped me along the way.
James Henry Baker, Politics.
Thank you to all my friends, family, and professors for making this a great 4 years.
Isaiah Benjamin Banta, Computer Science. Luca Lawrence Renato Barsher, Anthropology and English. Joel Mahoney Barton, Religion. Daniel Jared Bassler, Religion. Estella Alexandra Bastian, Biology. Miguel Baza, Psychology. Gustavo Adolfo Bejar Lopez, Geology. Audrey Elizabeth Benner, Biology. Lucas Eric Harold Bergeson, Religion. Austin Peter Betchart, Economics. Quentin Alexander Gaudet Bidwell, Economics Mathematics. Matthew Byron Burley, Music Performance.
Hi, I'm Matt Burley. Thank you to my family, friends, and Whitman community for all your never-ending support over the last 4 years.
Blair Marie Bingham, Economics.
Thanks to all my family and friends. The last 4 years have been incredible, and I really couldn't have done it without you guys. I'm most excited to come back in 50 years and see the Jewett couch bed still intact.
Ian Monroe Bird, Politics. Isabella Ann Matsuko Blanco, Psychology. James Keith Bogley, Mathematics. William Booth, Geology, Environmental Studies. Shanti Leela Borling, Japanese Language and Literature and Physics. Madison Nicole Botzett, Philosophy.
Hey, it's Madison Botzett. I just thought I would get in some extra crunches. Thank you all my family and all the smoothies! Woo!
Ian Howard Bourne, Politics. Jessica Lynn Boyers, Chemistry.
Thank you to everyone who has been a part of my Whitman community. I'm very grateful for the challenges, the support, and the love I've experienced these past 4 years.
Anna Elspeth Boys, History.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Madeline Rose Boyle, Biology. Samantha Jane Brayman, English and Music. Alexander Edward Bretman, Geology. Daniel Benjamin Brock, Psychology.
I'd really like to thank my family, friends, and professors. Thank you. Couldn't have done it without you.
Alexandra Brockman, English. Jackson Noel Brodman, Economics.
Thank you to the faculty and staff for a great 4 years, and thank you to my friends and family for supporting me.
Malia Shantu Brooks, Politics. Kaylin Justine Brown, Sociology, Environmental Studies. Oscar Henry Brown, History. Sun Brown, Biology. Thane Michael K.T. Brown, Rhetoric Studies. Sophie Elizabeth Brussel, Economics. Asare Konedu Bwahin, Economics Mathematics.
My name's Asar Borhin. I'm an econ math major. I want to thank my friends and family for their support. And I want to give a big shout out to my black brothers and sisters on this campus. Keep your melanin poppin'.
Marley Buckland, Economics. Claudia Rose Bierman, Anthropology. Cyril Marcel Birchinall, History. Madison Eileen Burdett, Sociology. Andrew Martin Bernstein, History. Eduardo Julian Cabrera, Biology, Environmental Studies.
Thank you to my grandparents and my parents for raising me, and for all the people in between. I love you, and thank you.
Rina Sakrani, Politics. Ni Gao, Foreign Languages and Literatures, French. Patrick Nicholas Cardwell, Politics. Mary Tess Cargis, English. Anne Caroline Carilli, Chemistry. Bryn Alexandra Carlson, English.
Kathy, if you're watching, I just want to take the chance to say, for the future benefit of all Whitties, please bring back the library cafe. And thanks, Mom and Dad.
Charles Andrew Carmichael, Biology. Chloe Elizabeth Carruthers-Liska, Sociology, Environmental Studies. Brewer Thomas Castle, Economics and Philosophy. Myrangela Cervantes Juarez, Rhetoric, Writing, and Public Discourse. Maggie Chin-Han Chang, Biology. David Chavarin, Sociology. Rajul Grant Chingalingaya, Psychology.
Crazy ride, but we did it. I'd like to say a big thank you to all my friends, the professors, and the Whitman community as a whole for making this experience pretty amazing.
Spencer Colin Christian, English. Ian Thomas Clothier, Economics. Nicholas Joseph Collard, Economics Mathematics. Allison Mary Collier, Economics and Mathematics. Clara Grace Collins, English. Daniel Joseph Cole Spector, Philosophy.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Thanks for doing what you did to get me here. Now it's my turn. I'll see you soon.
Robert Sterling Calton, Economics and Politics.
Mom, Dad, Izzy, Christy, Evie, Amaris, Roland, and Amy, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I wouldn't be here without your support.
Cameron Norbu Atwood Connor, Politics and Rhetoric, Writing, and Public Discourse. Alex Cooper, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Travis Michael Craven, Biology. Madison Ann Crowley, Computer Science and Spanish. Yating Tracy Tui, Economics and Mathematics Pre-Engineering. Aaron Matten Cunningham, Music Performance and Politics. Benny Jean Citronbaum, Biology. Michael Francis Daniel, Physics, Astronomy. Ruby Sonia Gazam Daniel, Theater. Jan Hugo Maxim Dardenville, Hispanic Studies and Politics. Carter Fellows Dami, Geology. Sarah Ann Davidson, Biology, Environmental Studies. Owen Mason Davis Bauer, Computer Science. Graham Nicholas Dean, Religion. Nikki Monique Delgado, Psychology. Lauren Foster Demuth, Religion. Abigail Sarah Diaz, Biology. Christina Morgan Dilworth, Politics and Spanish. Jaden McKay Dirk, History. Casey Quentin Doe, Art and Biology. Catherine Frances Dolan, Environmental Humanities. Carolyn Louise Drake, Physics, Astronomy. David Gore Dragallo, Sociology, Environmental Studies. Claire Elizabeth Drown, English. Augusta Chandler Drumheller, English. Enrique Alexander Drummond, Economics. Jacqueline Regina Dubois, Economics.
Hi everyone! I want to thank my parents for making college a possibility for me. Also, I wanted to thank the Econ department for providing me with an incredible learning atmosphere throughout my 4 years.
Kyler Vincent Dunn, Film and Media Studies.
Go.
Thank you to my parents and the rest of my family and friends that have supported me along my journey at Whitman.
Noah David Eberly, Biology. Peter August Eberly, Art. Annalise Mari Ellingbo, Music, Jazz. Sophia Rose Ellington, Politics. Olivia Lillian Engel, Biology, Environmental Studies. Enrique Lovici Ennis, Mathematics, Physics.
Hi class of 2020, that's Henry from Brazil. Just coming to wish all of us a very nice life after Whitman.
Rachel Teresa O'Connor Everett, Music and Psychology. Lauren Bryn Ewell, Anthropology, Environmental Studies. Jonathan Timothy Jacob Falk, Foreign Languages and Literatures, French and History. Tressa Catherine Fallon, Art History and Visual Culture Studies. Sarah Marie Facio, History. Sarah Julia Fetterman, Psychology. Peter H. Fian, English. Abby Itsu Feli, Computer Science and Mathematics. Jack Michael Filipponi, Astronomy. Charles Edward Fleischer, Film and Media Studies. Madeline Rachel Florer, English. Jack Hayes Fogarty, Economics and History.
Hi everyone. It's an honor to be in thy most august presence. I really wanted to thank my family, friends, and professors for supporting me and getting me here.
Mark Trenton Foki, Biology, Geology. Daniel Craig Foster, Economics. Michelle Yang Foster, English.
Hi everyone! I'm so grateful to have been able to study at Whitman, and I know that these experiences are going to stay with me for the rest of my life.
Eli Burton Fournier, Biology. Tess Boulanger Francavilla, Art. C.J. Fritz, Rhetoric, Writing, and Public Discourse. Grant William Gallagher, Biology, Environmental Studies.
Well, I guess I graduated.
Leanne Q. Gamble, Biology. Gao Cheng Tao, Economics, Mathematics.
Thank you all for helping me all these years. Love you.
Amara Rose Caribbean, Film and Media Studies and Politics. Claire Lane Garrett, Psychology. Zoe Schulman Garrett, Sociology. Holden Ricardo Goppo, Politics. Riley J. Gavigan, Theater. Samuel Harrison Geschichter, Religion.
I declare bankruptcy!
Kevin Taylor Getty, Geology.
Hi everybody, I'd just like to say thank you to all my friends and family and everybody who helped get me to this point.
Hope Wallace Giddings, Art History and Visual Culture Studies and Film and Media Studies. Catherine Rose Gillen, Politics.
Thank you, Mom, Dad, Fiona, Grandma, Grandpa, and to the woman in the library cafe who would always let me fill up my cup with whipped cream when I needed a sugar rush.
Sophia Hisperteo, Economics. Rebecca Ellen Gluck, Psychology. Casey Maria Zhu Godwin, Chemistry. Mark J. Goff, Sociology. James Gold, History and Philosophy. Salvatore L. Goldblatt, English.
Hi, this is President Kathy Murray, and you're rocking with SL Goldmine.
Emily Lauren Goldfarb, Psychology. Chelsea Naomi Goldsmith, Economics, Environmental Studies. Vanessa Gomez Torres, Biology. Isabel F. Goff, Chemistry. Julia Megan Davis Grattan, Mathematics. James Roger Graybeal, Creativity Studies. Clara Jordan Greenstein, Classical Studies, Latin. Sophia Nicole Grossman, English. Kathleen McGreevy Grumbles, Sociology.
Thank you to my family, friends, and Flavortown. It's been a great 4 years. Class of 2020, it's time to chase our dreams, full speed ahead.
Andrea Gu, Sociology. Andreas Emilio Guerrero, Biochemistry, Biophysics and Molecular Biology, and Philosophy.
Thank you to my family for providing me with this opportunity to study, and thank you to Sigma Chi for providing me with a home for the last 4 years.
Lily Karen Gustafson, Economics. Michael Warren Gutierrez, Economics. Benjamin Jacob Haas, Film and Media Studies and Psychology. Bashar Haidar, Physics. Lindsay Ann Hammer, Rhetoric Studies. Madeline Louise Hankins, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Emma Lynn Hansen, Politics, Environmental Studies. Thomas Otter Harbour, Geology. Lucy Catherine Harper, Psychology. Darlene Marie Harris, Psychology. Natalie Lynn Harris, Physics Pre-Engineering. Thomas Robert Brooks Harris, Physics.
I'm so grateful for the love and support of my family, my friends, and my professors, and I'm very excited to study applied physics at the University of Oregon.
Andrew Michael Harvey, Computer Science. Layla Ann Hauser, Classical Studies, Greek and Spanish. Ian R. Hawkins, Computer Science. Nelson Thomas Hayes, Economics. Rose Irene Heising, Theater. Pagan Andy Hetherington, Film and Media Studies. Benjamin Lawrence Heder, Rhetoric, Writing, and Public Discourse.
Happy graduation to us all. Happy that we get to do something, right? Yeah. Well, it was nice hanging with you.
Abby Maxwell Hill, Biology, Environmental Studies. Jacqueline Claire Hodgson, Biology. Madeline Amanda Hofbauer, Religion. Rebecca Azalea Hoffman, Chemistry. Chloe Reagan Holasso, Sociology.
Cool. I already opened this, I'm just faking it. So yeah.
Eli Cameron Thunder Holiday, History and Philosophy. Sarah Caitlin Holloway, Economics.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for showing me your love, support, and sacrifice that brought me on this journey that led me to becoming the woman I am today.
Ellen Catherine Hom, Biology. Jun Young Hong, Physics Pre-Engineering. Henry Thomas Hansel, Politics. Mariah Angelina Howell, Sociology. Anicia Victoria Renee Hughes, Psychology. Teng Hong Hung, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Alexander Antai Huang, Economics. Ellen Germani Ingwerson, Art and Film and Media Studies. Alexander Jacob Isbicki, Economics and Psychology. James Brandon Jacobson, Mathematics. Nicholas Macarius Jasek, Sociology, Environmental Studies. Gavin Dean James Beckham, Computer Science. Adam Carl Philip Jancic, History.
My professors and my parents for supporting me all these 4 years. To my friends and beta brothers, I miss you, can't wait to celebrate. And a last quick shout out to Sindra.
Laura Louise Jessic, Art and Art History and Visual Culture Studies. David Timothy Johnson, Biology. Carrie Ann Burns Jones, Psychology.
Got my fake grad cap on, I'm ready to party. Big shout out to my parents, you guys are the best, and I love you to death. We did it.
Loa Emmeline Jones, Biology. Austin Andrew Kamen, Chemistry. Molly Elizabeth Carnegie, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Anne Eleanor Carneas, Film and Media Studies and Rhetoric Studies. Miona Katayama, Race and Ethnic Studies. Benjamin Ryan Katz, Philosophy. Tate Mia Kautsky, Sociology. Kyle Charlotte Kearney, Politics. Margaret Yvonne Kaiser, Sociology. Harry Kelso, Film and Media Studies.
Harry would like to thank everyone who made his Whitman experience great.
Keep in touch and reach out whenever you'd like. I'd love to get a message from you.
Lee McLeod Kiker, History. Blake William Killingsworth, Economics and Psychology.
Thank you, Mom, Dad, Bryce, Lauren, Katrina, to all my professors and everyone else who's supported me to help me get where I am today.
Haley Hunt King, Theater.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm graduating with a BA in theater, and I want to thank my family, my friends, and my professors for always encouraging me to grow and always with their support. Congrats, class of 2020.
Jaron Deshawn Kirkley, Geology Environmental Studies. Ben Luca Kirsch, Economics.
I'd like to thank my mom, dad, friends and family, and the rest of the Whitman community behind the scenes that made this possible for me. Cheers.
Akane Elizabeth Kleinkopf, History and Japanese Language and Literature. Anne Elise Kopta, Psychology. William Joseph Kotnick, Politics.
Hi there. I'd like to extend my gratitude to all the people, professors and peers alike that have impacted me along the way. Thank you so much.
Lee Claire Canfield Coyle, Politics, Environmental Studies. Benjamin Mitchell Coons, Philosophy.
Willie, little rascal, I love you. Class of 2020, love you too.
Samuel William Cooper, Economics and History. Miranda Nestvold Lafond, History and Theater. Ben Litwack Lar, Psychology. Josephine Rainey Lang, Philosophy. Lydia Eve Laporte, Art Environmental Studies.
Okay. And I think it's a video. Stop.
Jacob Matthew Larson, Economics, Mathematics. Lillian Elizabeth Lawrence Payne, Geology, Environmental Studies. Erin Rachel Lee, Politics. Rafi Siegel Lepagian, Economics, Mathematics. John Patrick Lever, Geology, Astronomy.
Thank you so much.
Kyle Swift Levin, Sociology. Matthew Lawrence Levy, Art History and Visual Culture Studies and Economics. Michael David Lilburn II, Sociology, Environmental Studies. Calvin Nye Morales Lincoln, Biology and Film and Media Studies. Rebecca Claire Lynn, Psychology.
Okay, wait, count me down.
Oh, you're already going. Say thanks, Mom and Dad.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. I love you guys. See you soon.
Faye Leo, Philosophy. Yutong Liu, Psychology. Yue Liu, German Studies and Psychology. Victoria Ann Londrigan, Biology, Environmental Studies.
Huge thank you to my family back home, especially my mom, to the professors who have guided me along the way, and to all my fellow Whitties. Good luck blasting out.
Anna Rose Palmer Long, English. Sophia Marley Love, Biology, Environmental Studies. Jessica Siu Ting Luong, Sociology. Alexandra Anastasia Lupton, Art and Rhetoric Studies. Maud Tallulah Lustig, Film and Media Studies. James Stewart Lyons, English. Eric Christian Ma, Sociology. Stephanie Yan Ma, Asian and Middle Eastern Studies.
Dear professors, friends, family, and mentors, thank you for everything these past 4 years. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you all.
Nicholas Diego Maas, English. Ella Roslyn Manishill, Psychology and Sociology. Jessica Pui-Mei Mano, Psychology. Michael Walker Margolis, Sociology, Environmental Studies. Matthew Lewis Marianacci, Race and Ethnic Studies. Evan Charles Marks, Theater. Evan Jeffrey Marcourt, Biology, Environmental Studies. Tristan G. Martin, Sociology. Stella White Martindale, Art. Joseph Michael Martino, Economics and Philosophy.
I'd like to thank my family and friends for all the support, especially you, Mom and Dad. It's been an amazing 4 years and I couldn't have done it without you.
Malia Doyas Matthews, Biology. Aubrey Laura Kasuni May, Biology. Spencer David Mayer, Biology. Connor Patrick McGlynn, Economics. Claire Jordan McHale, Sociology. Simon Charles McMurchie, Art History and Visual Culture Studies. Angeline Phyllis Mead, Computer Science and Music Performance. Elizabeth Page Metter, Physics Astronomy. Colin Adams Mink, Biology. Michael Corey Melman, Biochemistry, Biophysics and Molecular Biology and Psychology. Riga Hedberg Modus, Biology. Margaret Ruth Moline, Biology, Environmental Studies. Alexandra Evalita Moore, Biology and German Studies. Virginia Hyde Moore, Biology, Environmental Studies. Hannah Marie Morell, Art, Environmental Studies. Leah Elizabeth Mortimer, Biochemistry, Biophysics and Molecular Biology. Haley Nicole Mount, Politics, Environmental Studies. Fisher Jacob Monroe, Politics. Kylie Elizabeth Nash, Biochemistry, Biophysics and Molecular Biology. Kiran Ashlock Natarajan, Physics, Pre-Engineering. Rudo Ndamba, Biochemistry, Biophysics and Molecular Biology. Ellery Jean Shore Nelson, Psychology. Sunita Nepal, Biology.
It really takes a village to raise a child, so I'd really like to thank Whitman College, my friends, my professors, and especially Dave Abba for being part of my journey.
Mika Nevo, Biology. Anthony Benjamin Nevoso, Economics.
Sending love to my parents watching the ceremony right now and my Blues baseball family for their unconditional support these past 4 years.
McKenna Karen Wynn, Anthropology.
We all worked really hard to get to where we are today. I just wish that we could have all stood together instead of being miles apart.
Eric Michael Nielsen, Economics Mathematics. Scott Blake Nonweiler, Mathematics. Mary Lana Noyes, Biology. Michelle Buyaki Nyatichi, Computer Science.
I'd like to thank my family and friends both here and in Kenya, and my professors, especially the women faculty. Thank you so much for your support and for making this day possible.
James Patrick O'Brien, Biology, Environmental Studies. Walker Ursel Orr, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Trevor Osborne, Psychology. Faith Malia Owan, English. Hyun Nicholas Pack, Economics. Emma Catherine Patterson, Art History and Visual Culture Studies. Sarah Margaret Pates, Geology. Ulrich Kaur Pawar, Biology.
I want to say thanks to all of the friends and professors and staff and other peers I met at Whitman who got me through the last 4 years.
Martin Jordan Payne, Environmental Humanities. Natalie Denise Perez, Art. Hope Rune Perkins, Biology and German Studies. Nathan Anthony Perry, Sociology, Environmental Studies. Claire Luane Pinger, Politics, Environmental Studies. Helena Colleen Platt, Rhetoric Studies. L. Marie Pollock, Film and Media Studies and Rhetoric, Writing, and Public Discourse. Easton John Powell, Film and Media Studies and History.
Hey everyone, it's Easton, and I am graduating with a Film and History degree, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that made my time here worthwhile.
Natalie Francis Push, English. Christopher James Piles, Computer Science.
Hey Whitman, thanks so much for an amazing 4 years. I want to give a special thank you to my family and friends who supported me through everything.
Robert Lung Chin, Computer Science. Nicholas Anthony Quazzo, Psychology. Ashlyn Elizabeth Quintus, English and Theater. Ethan Thomas Abraham Raffman, Chemistry and History. Nicholas Hamilton Rapp, Environmental Humanities. Elizabeth Virginia Reed, Sociology, Environmental Studies. Damon Tice Reynolds, Cognitive Neuroscience.
Congratulations, everyone. I know these last 2 months have been difficult, but best of luck in future endeavors.
Richard Tristan Rhodes, Biology. Whitney Mace Rich, Spanish.
Whitney, and I'd like to thank my parents for providing me with the countless opportunities that a Whitman education has offered. I love you both so much.
Laurel Jane Richardson, Biology. Emily Rose Rigsby, Music.
I just wanted to give a shout out to my mom. She's retiring this year after teaching 31 years in public schools. Thanks for all you do.
Isabella Grace Rivera, Global Health. Rianne A. Robson, History. Jessica Rodriguez, Sociology, Environmental Studies.
Shout out my mom, my dad, my sister for this degree that I worked so hard on. Wow.
Hannah Rowe, Rhetoric, Writing, and Public Discourse. Sophia Miriam Rosenkrantz, Film and Media Studies. Rebecca Ann Rubsamen, Sociology. Lucas Stiles Rumpeltis, Economics. Emma May Sauce, Biology.
Thanks Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, Molly, Miller Bay, and all my friends for this degree in biology.
Tivan Jeremiah Sadowski, Geology, Environmental Studies. Evangelos Laskos Sarantinos, Biology. Addison Rose Scarf, Psychology. Sarah Ferrer Schenkine, Economics, Environmental Studies.
Shout out to Amy Molitor, Rosie Muller, Jan Crowder, Jennifer Winchell, all of my professors and the friends who have made my time at Whitman so joyful.
Charles William Schneider, Computer Science.
Hi everyone, I just want to say thank you to my parents and family for making this whole experience possible, and thank you to my friends and everybody else in the Whitman community that has made it such a great ride.
Brianna Noel Schreiber, Psychology. Otto Schwarm, Physics.
All right, to all the friends I made here over these 4 years, thank you so much for your kindness and support. To my family, thank you for your patience when I didn't call as often as I know you would have liked.
Samuel Livingston Sagone, Economics, Mathematics.
That's really short. Fuck.
Dylan Farrell Seidler, History, Environmental Studies.
Hi everyone, my name is Dylan Seidler. I'm a History Environmental Studies major, and I wanted to thank all the professors and staff as well as my family. Congrats, class of 2020!
Nicholas Francis Seckitz, Art and Biology. Georgia Rose Seltzer, Politics. Mara Kathleen Selznick, History. Alyssa Taylor Syracuse, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Teddywoot Serapanisakul, Biology, Geology. William David Paula Shearer, Physics, Pre-Engineering. Isabella Ferris Sherwood Reed, Religion. Cameron Evangeline Sipe, Psychology. John Palmer Smith, Mathematics. Nathan William Smith, English. Sarah Michelle Smith, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Beatrice Iva Solomon, Economics.
Beatrice Solomon here. Just want to thank all my friends for helping me get my groove on at Whitman College.
Matthew Camden Socks, Physics, Pre-Engineering. Catherine Riley Stahl, Biology. Isaiah Samuel Standard, Computer Science. Olivia Stark, Art History and Visual Culture Studies. Kendall Lauren Stevens, Biology. Alexandria Bailey Stiller, Biology. Britton Gabriel Stocks, Economics. Makana Alessandra Pagao Stone, Biology. Sophia Elizabeth Strabo, Philosophy. Mackenzie Ann Strong, Film and Media Studies and Sociology. Emma Escott Strubing, English. Alyssa Michelle Sullivan, Biology and Psychology. Catherine Aveline Swisher, English.
Here comes the diploma.
Zhen Tina Tao, Mathematics Pre-Engineering. Jack Hudson Taylor, Computer Science and Mathematics.
Hey everybody, if you took the time to watch this, then you're probably one of the people that has supported me throughout this whole journey, and I thank you for that.
Kimberly Margaret Taylor, Psychology.
Thank you to Res Life Again, ASWAC, Web, the Student Engagement Center and SCORE, and the Fly-In.
Ellie Thompson Tier, Politics Environmental Studies. Ethan Reed Thomas, Environmental Humanities. Maisie Emerson Thomas, Philosophy. Olivia Margaret Thomas, Art. Sean Muir Thomas, Mathematics.
Day 2. Go, Sophie. Hello, Sean.
Mackenzie Taylor Tierney, Sociology. Truong An, Mathematics. Walter Thomas Tunnell Wilson, Biology, Environmental Studies. Samara Uribe Mendez, Psychology.
Gracias a mi familia por su apoyo a lo largo de todo ese trayecto. Muchas gracias.
Katie Kaleokealoha Valador, Sociology. Elizabeth Marie Van Wetter, Geology, Environmental Studies. Andrew Charles Vickers, Psychology. Chantal Emily Vincent, Biology, Environmental Studies. Isolda Aimee Vogel, Race and Ethnic Studies. Trung An Vu, Computer Science. Duacha Serena View, Religion. Megan Taylor Waldow, Art. Joseph Henry Wally V, Economics, Mathematics. Olivia Grace Waltner, Biology. Ching Xiao Yuan Roderick Wong, Economics.
I want to thank my family, my friends, and the whole Whitman community for helping me along the way. I love you all. Peace out.
Yu Jiao Wang, Philosophy. Kristen Mackenzie Wonke, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Benjamin Paul Ward Dubois, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Afton Keelan Weaver, Economics, Environmental Studies, and German Studies. Sophia Bryn Isabella Webb, Politics, Environmental Studies. Gabriel Clay Waite, Physics, Pre-Engineering. Brianna Jamie Weller, Rhetoric, Writing, and Public Discourse. Natalie Keefe Whitesell, Politics, Environmental Studies. Brett Joseph Williams, Biology. Darby Elizabeth Williams, Environmental Humanities. Jonathan Melville Williams, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Susanna Caroline Lillian Williams, Sociology. Madeline Jean Wilner, Geology and Physics. Brendan Aaron Wong, Economics. Samantha Wysam Wong, Sociology. Alexander John Woodard, Economics. Jiaopeng Wu, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology.
I would like to take this chance to thank my family, my friends, and everyone who has kindly offered me support all those years. Go Whitman, go Blues!
Elizabeth Hannah Longstreet Wyckoff, Psychology.
Thank you to all you guys that made my time at Whitman so special. I'm gonna miss you guys so much, and a special thank you to my family for always supporting me no matter what.
Nick Xiao, Theater. Yiwen Xiao, Computer Science. Grant Matthew Yates, Sociology.
Thank you to all of my teachers for your commitment to education. Thank you to my friends for all of the unforgettable memories and support. And thank you to my family. I love you all, and I truly could not have accomplished this without you.
Andrew Jungmin Yun, Computer Science.
I would like to thank my mom, my sister, and all of my friends.
Anna Emiko Yoshida, Biochemistry, Biophysics, and Molecular Biology. Han Yu, Biology and Music Theory. Jake Pablo Mitchell Yulo, Art. Tobias William Zabel, English. Alison Jane Zagata, Anthropology. Gabriel Weil Zansberg, Psychology. Betty E. Jung, Rhetoric Studies and Sociology.
Welcome to Wonderland, we've got it all, potions and paper.
This is the end of my journey in Whitman, and thank you all.
Yoki Jung, Mathematics, Pre-Computer Science. Tingjuan Zhu, Music History and Philosophy. Ruilong Zhuang, Computer Science and Mathematics.
So I want to take this chance to thank my family, my professors, and my friends for their support throughout this 4 years. Thank you all.
Will all of the members of the graduating class please stand? You may now shift your tassels from the right side to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations to all of you. This marks your conversion from students to alumni. And on behalf of the Alumni Association, I welcome you as alumni of Whitman College, permanent members of the greater Whitman community. Congratulations.
When the morning light is breaking o'er the eastern mountains rim, and the world to work is waking, let us sing our happy hymn. Here's to the blue sky above us, here's to the wheat fields gold, here's to the friends that love us, and our love shall never grow cold. For friends and fields and mountains, under heaven's kindly blue, and the college with the fountains, dear old Whitman, here's to you. With the joys of life before us, and life's battle stern and grim, with the kindly heaven o'er us, we will sing our happy hymn. Here's to the blue sky above us, here's to the wheat fields gold, here's to the friends that love us, and our love shall never grow cold.
under